desire for competing. I'm not hungry to battle every week somewhere. I like to choose my battles and work hard for them and hope for the best outcome. So every year I try to enter like 3 or 4 battles maximum. I'm touring all the time, so I go to jams all the times, but entering competitions is like 3 or 4 times a year. That gives me time to come up with new shit every time I enter and keep it fresh instead of only repeating the same stuff all over again. That's definitely true. Like, to me, the first battle is back home when you get your ass out that couch. Get your ass to the practice spot, get to the gym, make things happen. It's not on the dance floor. It's definitely inside you, and it's already back home. Flavor. It's the individual reaction to the moment. Like, once you have your certain style, the flavor that you bring on top of that style, when you react to the changing of the moment, when you express, that's flavor to me. I started dancing really young. I was 11 when I started, and it took me a long time to really get involved with the culture, because back then there wasn't too much going on back home. So my first trip when I went outside Finland to battle was 2000. That makes I was 17 back then. And after that, little by little, we started traveling more and entering jams, going to jams and battling every year somewhere. So I'd say around 17, 18, I started traveling more. Focus. I named myself. I gave it to me since around like 96, maybe 97. A lot of people around me started quitting. Everybody tried breaking when I started, but they gave up on it. And I was the only one out of these people that carried on. I was practicing by myself. I was trying to stay inspired. And for like a year and a half, I stick to myself and stick to my script. And that's when I thought, like, okay, I need to call myself something. So I gave myself that name, Focus. Wise b-boy should always stay open-minded and be hungry to learn more. As soon as you lose that hunger, you need to think, like, is this any more for you, right? So keep an open mind in the culture and try other things too. Don't just break. Try and study other things as well. Study hip-hop elements, study rap, study DJing, study graffiti. And you're gonna get something out of it. You're gonna get some motivation and energy from these things. And as a lifestyle, to me, you should definitely get a plan B, stick to school, don't drop out. And once you get injured, then that might be it. So get a plan B, get a paper from a school, or start a company. Like, make your own business and make your own life happen. It's all about you. Nobody's not gonna do it for you. So do your hustle, make your companies, stick to school, and that's it. I got plan B and plan C.
Can you share it? Can you share it?
Yes, of course. Plan B is my dance studio. If one day I cannot teach no more, we have started dance studio Cypher, so we can always have, like, be involved with the culture, even though we wouldn't dance no more, because it's something we love, but we can't dance forever. So that's my plan B, Cypher. Plan C is I'm getting my papers from culture management studies next year. So once again, that's another thing that I can stay involved with the culture. But still, if I feel like I want to do something else, I'm ready for it too.
Cool.
That's always the hard question that people ask, like, style versus power in competition. Like, of course I feel style. Like, I see somebody with good style, I'm feeling it a lot more than only movement. If I see somebody, I feel it in my heart, like, okay, this guy's really doing his thing. And whenever judging, that just comes down to the moment, like whoever holds it down and who got more fire, and like there's so many factors. It's impossible to compare like only these two things. You can see so many things in the dancers that you compare, like, okay, this one was maybe a little bit better. So it all comes down to the moment. Really good round.
Substances?
Yeah, we can set standards, but eventually the same thing. Like if you're not reacting to the moment, if you're not getting something out of the songs, out of the situation, out of the crowd, that's something that's really gonna be really hard to describe beforehand. So that's more the funk, that's more the reaction thing that comes out of every situation. That's gonna be hard to describe.
Oh shit! Some of you might not understand. This shit is hot! Oh!
It's going pretty nice. We're getting more people all the time. We have a beautiful studio right in the center of Helsinki. And we got one big classroom to make classes, but on top of this we have a big lounge. So that's free for everybody to come and practice anytime they want. And that's what we practice too every day. And besides this, we throw jams every month and some small battles for people to start entering jams and start entering battles to get more experience. And a few big jams a year too. So besides teaching, we like really live in the culture, and we also throw in events. One thing I learned from school is getting my ass up really early. Like they say, early bird gets the worm. So there's so much stuff you can do, and like just it's all a matter of your own motivation and finding your own way of like getting involved and making things happen, you know?
Yes.
And as soon as you stay active, I believe like if you do stuff from your heart, good things are gonna follow. Ciphers to me is where my heart's at. Like I can go to all these big competitions, but you can always find me on the smallest cipher in the back corner. So that's where to me breaking really stands out the way it should be. And good cipher, like depends on what the DJ drop, of course. Like the DJ has the biggest responsibility for good cipher. It has to be a build-up, so like you add on top, and like you, for example, the tempo, you start a little bit slower but speed it up towards the end. So the energy goes up like this, and yeah, to me, a good cipher is definitely a build-up. I think I'm an example of that.
Yeah, that's true.
I've been judging biggest battles in the globe, but still, like I'm being true to myself, and like learning the history, studying foundation, and being original. That's something that all of the b-boys should do, and whether you're in top or you're a beginner, that's a good advice for everybody. So why not? Definitely, you can combine these two. Around 2005, I decided to leave the crew. He was doing his thing, like he was part of Ghost Crew, and like he was battling more with them, and he was feeling comfortable like that. So we had our thing with Flomo, and he went his way, and that's all good. Yeah, I could be working harder, but we're back to it. Like once a week we train together, like really building together. We train together almost every day, but once a week we try to like coach and stuff. So and I'm seeing good results, so I'm really happy for her development. But she's a hard worker too. Like she puts so much work in that it's incredible. Sometimes a lot more than me either. So So she's definitely deserving everything she gets now. Anything can happen, like b-boy is growing all the time. I see jams everywhere, like smallest places got b-boy jams. And it's impossible for it to disappear right now, I believe, because like so many people have their passion to it. And the history is strong too, like everybody is studying the history, and we need to start writing the history too, like as soon as like OGs and pioneers are gonna fade out from the scene. If there's nothing in writing, then the history is going to disappear. So we should definitely start making books, start writing it down, because it's beautiful cultural movement that we're doing. So, like I like and I try to be an all-round b-boy. So I like all the styles, all the different aspects of the dance. But to me, footwork is something really special, because first of all you have to know your basics really good, and you can express yourself really good in footwork. So you can come up with your own patterns and styles and different ways of movement. So that's why to me footwork is like the, how do you say, the king of styles. Favorite jam, the biggest battle, first of all, battle against 𝖂𝖍 was the hardest battle in my life. 12 rounds exhibition style, so I trained like a maniac for it, and we both did good. But it was a big honor for me for this battle, because like I said, it was the hardest battle that I've ever been to. And yeah, definitely that was one of the best, and the best battle. The best jam, hard to say. I like all the Circle Kings. Like I feel like all the Circle Kings jams will go down in history, and they'll be in the history books for sure. Yeah, I've been paying my rent with b-boying for almost 10 years now, and like my life is busy. I wake up in the mornings to school. I go to work at the studio at nights, and I travel on the weekends. So no free time, but it's so good. I like what I do, so I don't give a shit for being too busy. And yeah, like of course it's good to make a living of it, as long as you're not doing things you don't love to get paid, you know?
I know.
So that's the best thing, that you can live with the stuff that you love. You always wanted to. I never expected b-boying to be my work when I started. So I'm really happy, and it's an honor for me. Shout out to FlavaDM magazine. You guys do good work. I really like what you guys do. So get the English version out as soon as possible. And shout out to Poland. I've been coming here since 2004, which is 8 years already. And like I said yesterday to a lot of people, it's been dope to see a lot of people get better every time, grow up. I've been growing up when I've been coming back here, and I still see some of the same people that I saw on the first trip, which is super dope. And of course a lot of new kids with a lot of fire and energy.
Thank you very much.
Cool.
Thank you.
Pow.